So we are doing the ultimate nugget tender popcorn chicken vegan taste test. And we're going to start today with the popcorn chicken. Here's the popcorn chicken that we've got to try today. They did have a Morningstar one a while back, but I can't find it anymore, so they must not make it anymore. But I've got the Guardian Ultimate Plant-Based Chicken Nuggets, but these are popcorn chicken. And then I've got the Beyond Popcorn Chicken. So we're going to give these a try. So this is the Beyond Popcorn Chicken. All right, so I have it here, and we have some barbecue sauce. All right, so we're going to try it first by itself, naked, and then we're going to dip it in barbecue sauce. It's very firm. You can see the texture. It's very firm. Surprisingly juicy. I'm gonna try some with the barbecue now, because that's how I would eat it. I normally don't eat it plain. So it's good. My only gripe is that I feel like, I don't know, I think they've got a good amount of flavor, but when I dip them in the barbecue sauce, I lose like all of it, just because my barbecue sauce is like pretty flavorful. But overall, I think these are really nice for a little snacky snack. I could see just, I remember where I got it from when I was younger. I was like a kid, and we would get popcorn chicken somewhere, and you would just put the sauce in it and shake up it in a cup. I could see this happening with these. We're doing the Guardian Ultimate Plant-Based Chicken Nuggets. Like I said, these are marketed as nuggets, but I'm calling them popcorn chicken because if you look at them, they're very popcorn chicken-esque. Okay, let's give it a try naked first. That is so good. Look at that texture. And this is even better than the Beyond. It's tender, like firm but tender, and juicier. That's really good. And now we're going to try it with the sauce. That is so good. That is really good. Next, we're going to be trying all of these different vegan chicken nuggets. All right, so first we're going to be trying the Simulate chicken nuggets and the Jack and Annie's chicken nuggets. So I could not find the Simulate tenders. They do have tenders, but unfortunately I couldn't find those. But I'm going to take it down so you can see what they look like. All right, so these are the Simulate. So they're very like, the texture of them is kind of like a McDonald's chicken nugget style. And the Jack and Annie's is more like your traditional breading. And we'll look in the inside. All right, so here is the inside of the Simulate. And here is the inside of the Jack and Annie's. All right, so we're gonna do a little taste test. We'll do the Simulate first. I mean, it's good. It tastes like a chicken nugget. I'm gonna try the Jack and Annie's. I like the flavor of the Jack and Annie's more than the Simulate, but I like the texture of the Simulate better. Now we're gonna dip it and some barbecue sauce and give that a try. It definitely helps dissimulate with the flavor. Honestly, I don't think the Jack and Annie's needs the barbecue sauce. In fact, I think the barbecue sauce dumbs down the flavor of the Jack and Annie's. But for the Simulate, I would definitely dip the Simulate. But overall, I think these are both great. I like them both. I would probably go for the Jack and Annie's though. All right, next we are trying the Impossible and the Morning Star. That's what they look like. So I couldn't rip these like I did the other ones, but that's the Impossible inside. And this is the Morning Star inside. All right, and full disclosure, all of these are air fried. There is air fryer instructions on every one of these, and I am air frying them for the amount that it suggests. Sometimes I would cook them a little bit longer myself, and when I ask for them not to be. These are a little hot, but we're gonna give it a taste test. So the Impossible first. Very crunchy exterior. Reminds me of like your typical frozen chicken nugget, like a Tyson maybe. It's got a slight pepperiness to it that I like as well. The Morning Star. Hot. It's crispy, not quite as crispy as the Impossible. And the flavor is a little bit more, I don't know how to explain it. I don't like it as much as the Impossible. The Impossible is a very chickeny flavored, and this one is just a little bit more mild in flavor. But now we're gonna try it with the sauce. So we'll try Morning Star first this time. It's better with the sauce. This is a lot. The Morning Star is more of a firmer texture than the Impossible. Okay, we'll try the Impossible. I think the Impossible is good with or without the barbecue. I think the Morning Star needs the barbecue. The texture of the Morning Star is a little bit too firm for me. I feel like the Impossible is better. I wouldn't say the Impossible is mushy per se, but it's got more of the texture that I remember. I didn't eat a lot of chicken nuggets growing up. I didn't really love chicken nuggets. But I think that the Impossible nails the texture better than the Morning Star. And then overall, the flavor is better on the Impossible. So I'm going to say the Impossible wins this round. All right, now we are trying the Beyond chicken nuggets and the Not chicken nuggets. And these are what they look like. And texture, that is the Not Co. And this is the Beyond. All right, this is the last two of the nuggets, so let's give them a little taste test. We'll start with the Not Co. softer. I don't know about the flavor. I don't know how I feel about it. It's got a very faint chickeny flavor to it, but a little almost fishy flavor to it. Let's try the Beyond. I didn't like that one either. So that's tough. We'll try it with the sauce. I'm not a big fan of either one of these as of yet. And the Beyond. Well, I like the breading of the Notco ones better, but the flavor is not there. The texture is a little softer than I would like. The Beyond, the texture is better. I'm not a huge fan of the breading, but it's also very mild in flavor. I think the Beyond is better with the sauce than the Notco. So overall, if I have to rate this on which one I would try again, it would probably be the Beyond, which surprises me because my daughter really liked the Notco Dino Nuggets, which are basically the same thing as this. They're just shaped like dinos, but I am not. I think they taste a little bit fishy, and also they're too soft. But yeah, that's my thought on those. Next, we are going to try the tenders, the chicken tenders. So overall, out of all the nuggets, I actually preferred the Jack and Annie's the best. I think they were the best. My second place would be the Impossible. I think the Impossible were really good. And my third place would be the Nugs, just because of the breading. I thought the breading was really good on them. Bottom for me is probably the Notco, and that's sad because I really like a lot of Notco things. So yeah, but I think the Notco was the bottom for me. My favorite was the Jack and Annie's. That was also my daughter's favorite. My son's favorite was actually the Nugs. He really liked the Simulate Nugs the best. So we're doing chicken tenders. Right, so first we're going to be trying the Beyond chicken tenders. And that's what they look like. That's what the inside looks like. And as the nuggets, also air fried. This one actually only needed to be air fried for 7 minutes, which gets kind of weird. I'm just like, I don't know. We'll see about that. Let's give it a try. The flavor is good. The texture is a bit weird. So the texture is a bit mushier than I would like for a tender. The flavor is good. Personally, I would cook these a little bit longer than the package instructions say. It says it only cooks for like 7 minutes. I would cook it for a little bit more than that. Maybe that would help with the texture, because it's almost like the breading is like not crispy enough. But the flavor is good, so they're okay. Next, we're trying the Not chicken tenders and the Jack and Annie's chicken tenders.
This is what the inside of the Nugget looks like. And this is what the inside of the Jack and Annie's looks like.
Alright, so we're going to try the Jack and Annie's first. It was like, it's almost like it's a bit fishy. The texture, even so, it's a little bit mushier than I would want. The outside crispiness is good though. Let's try it with the sauce. The sauce doesn't really help it. It's not that great. I would not pick that one. Now the Nugget. Not quite as crispy, but the flavor is miles and miles better. The texture is also good. It's firmer, but it's not too firm. Let's try it with the sauce. I really like that one. So far, the Nugget is the best chicken tender I've tried.
Got the Incognito Morningstar Farms chicken tenders and the Impossible chicken tenders. These are what they look like on the inside.
Alright, so we're going to start with the Impossible. These literally just look like big chicken nuggets. It's kind of sad. I'm really disappointed in the way those look. I'm not going to lie. It's really sad. Yeah. Texture-wise, it's like a giant flat chicken nugget. Like, that's what it tastes like. It doesn't have the right texture for a tender. With sauce, it improves the flavor, but you really can't fix that texture, unfortunately. Now we're going to try the Morningstar Farms. I'm very excited about these because that is the first one that actually looks like a chicken strip. It's disappointing because the texture is good. Albeit that if it was a little bit firmer, it would be perfect. But the breading is good. It's just not flavorful enough. Quite. Just so close. If they would have made the texture a little bit firmer and then improved the flavor slightly, this would have been perfect. Because the breading on there is great. It's a little bit better with barbecue sauce, but it's just too bland. And the texture is just slightly too mushy.
And last but not least, we've got the Gardein Showdown. So we've got the Gardein Plant-Based 7 Grains Crispy Tenders and the Gardein Ultimate Plant-Based Chicken Tenders. And you can see these are much smaller. You can actually see like the grains, like you can see the oats and stuff in them. And the Ultimate. big difference.
All right, so full disclosure, the Guardian Ultimate plant-based chicken tenders I've had on several occasions. I love putting these in my vegan Caesar salad. So, full disclosure there. We're going to try the Guardian 7-grain tenders first. The breading is not as crispy, but flavor-wise, it's really good. The texture is good. It's firm enough. I actually think I like them better without the sauce. Now for the Guardian Ultimate plant-based chicken tenders. Oh, it's so big. Just wow. This is the best texture out of any of them by far. It's really good. And with the sauce, honestly, I actually think I prefer both of these without the sauce, which is surprising to me. And for the tenders, I would have to say my favorite is the Nugget as far as like a chicken tender, because the texture is really good, the breading is really good, and the flavor is really good. It's good with or without sauce. I think it's great. My second place would be the Guardian Ultimate plant-based chicken tenders, even though I don't really like them dipped in this sauce. I use them, I use them pretty frequently when I'm doing a vegan Caesar salad. I love the texture. I think it's really good for that. If I was to pick a third place, it would probably be the Beyond, but I would cook it longer than the package says. The package says 7 minutes. I would cook it for probably 10. Just to get that breading a little bit crispier. I think the flavor was good, but it was a little mushy, and I think if you would have cooked it a little bit longer, it would be better. My least favorite, I think it's a tie between the Impossible and the Jack and Annie's for the least favorite, because the Jack and Annie's tastes good, and I like the texture, but it's not a chicken tender. I think it's more like a fish stick. It's not bad though, but it's not a chicken tender. But the Impossible is just a giant chicken nugget, and it tastes even less flavorful than their actual nuggets. So I would say no to the tenders and just stick with the Impossible nuggets, because the Impossible nuggets were way better than that. So to recap, we had the popcorn chickens at the beginning of this, and I really liked the Guardian ones. I think they were really good. The Beyond were good too, but I think if I had to choose one or the other, I honestly would probably choose the Guardian, because I thought the Beyond was just a little bit too toothsome. I think it was a little bit too firm for my liking. And then obviously the nuggets, the winner of that category. But yeah, the nuggets was the Jack and Annie's in my opinion. I think the Jack and Annie's nugget was really good. The Impossible was really good too. And then obviously the tenders, gotta give it to Notco. Guardian Ultimate plant-based chicken tenders being close second. So yeah, that was it for this taste test video. I hope you enjoyed it.
I am very full. This has been an all-day thing. So I've been trying to just like eat one nugget. Obviously, I did the popcorn chicken on another day, so that helped me a little bit. But I've been trying to just eat one nugget, and then when we got to the tenders later in the day, towards dinner time, I could eat half of a tender, because that's a lot. But I hope you guys enjoyed watching this as much as I did making it. My kids also really loved it because they got to taste test it too. Just like with the mac and cheese, you guys don't see them taste testing it, but they taste test it after I do, and it's one of their favorite things too. But thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye!